Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here with my Love During Lockup, Season 5, Episode 58, which is the season finale, by the way. Revenge is best served poolside. I'm here with my recap and tea for you guys. If I was going to give this season as a whole a grade, I would give it a solid C. It started off promising and it went all the way down from there. So I feel like we didn't get to know a lot of the cast, their backstories. When we did get to hear their backstories, it was very fragmented. Um, Only received a couple of minutes when we're like, okay, maybe we should have known about this episode one, two, or three. Why are we just learning about this stuff on the season finale? Um, in my honest opinion, too much time and effort and attention was paid to the Kaylee Hunter love triangle storyline, which, yeah, it was a good storyline, but it's not like we haven't seen it before. Megan, Michael, and Sarah, anyone? Lacey, Chon, and Chain, anyone? I mean, so it's not a totally new concept. So I don't get all the attention that was paid to it. I mean, I'll get into this in a minute. MJ, I couldn't get emotionally invested in her storyline. She started halfway through the season. She appeared in like what, four episodes, and that was it. It's like, okay, that was a flash. Like, what the hell? So let's get right into this recap. So we start off with Tia and Rob, and they are where they were last week in the hotel room. And Tia just wants to be laid up the whole time. Okay. And her and Rob are arguing because he won't devote 100% of his attention to her. He has friends to see, family to be with. He wants to hang out outside. He doesn't want to be laid up in a hotel room all day long because, understandably, it's his first full day out after serving 10 years in prison. So Rob wants to walk around the corner with his friend and go to the store and get a bag of chips. No, Tia's not having it. Tia wants him up in her the whole time with the headboard banging against the wall. So it's like, girl, I get it. You hadn't had sex in 2 years. Horny AF. But let the man breathe. Let the man breathe a little bit. So she's like, I don't know who you're staying with. I don't know anything about this chick, Evelyn. Oh, so let me get this straight. Evelyn's the main chick and I'm the side piece. And he's like, you know how silly you sound right now? Do you know how silly you really sound right now? He's like, I have nothing to prove to you. If you don't believe me and you don't trust me, that's on you. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to parole in Brooklyn. There is nothing with this woman, Evelyn, and you just need to calm the hell down. He's like, I just want to feel like I'm trusted. I've served 10 long years. I'm finally out here. I want to feel like I'm trusted. And it doesn't feel like Tia trusts him at all. So, understandably, their whole scene ended with an argument. She wound up sobbing on the bed. She's like, I feel like I made a huge mistake. And he packs up all of his belongings in um his little yellow prison knapsack and goes walking away. So now we find out that Tia and Rob broke up a few days after filming, and Rob moved to Miami to be with an ex. Why do I think he was talking to this chick the whole time? Anyway, Tia says Rob is pursuing her, but she's not interested. I told you guys, they had a weird chemistry. I was like, they are not together. They will go live on IG. Tia goes live on IG basically all day long, every day. Every time I look, she is live on IG. So it gets to the point that I don't even go look anymore because I'm sorry, it's boring AF. So anyway, and like I said, there was always like this weird energy whenever Rob hopped up on, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. And the fact that they were never in the same room. That was another suspicious thing. So let me share this with you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. This is Rob, Tia, and cousin Toya. We're gonna get into cousin Toya in a second. Live on IG.
Time. Thank you. When was the last time you did something for the first time, Rod?
What do that even mean? The last time I did something for the first time.
Yeah, like any did you have any first lately? Like I did this for the first time, I did that for the first time.
I mean, that seems like a perfectly reasonable question for someone who just served 10 years in prison.
Something you never did.
That's a very confusing question. Like I don't want to answer that. So next question.
Okay. Wow.
When the last time I did something for the first time? Like, are you joking? Like,
I mean, did you just go to like a game for the first time or something like that?
I didn't hear you.
Did you just go to a game for the first time?
Oh yeah,
Like
that was
a
cool.
Nets game?
Oh yeah, that was super dope.
That was the first.
Okay, yeah, we had a good time. So we could use that. That's what I'm saying. It's the first time I did something for the first time. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had an amazing time. What you think, too? How was it?
It was good.
Tia, were you there? That doesn't sound very convincing.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
So
Do y'all want me to read the questions for y'all so y'all can answer?
nah, we got it. We got the questions.
Good.
Cousin Toya just being helpful. Okay? And we're going to get into her in a minute. So, yeah, cousin Toya just being helpful there in case they needed assistance reading questions. Cousin Toya, the one that hooked up Tia with Rob, she's married to Rob's sister. She's enjoying this love after lockup train for as long as she can. She's a TikTok psychic, apparently. Okay. So, like you see here, she's hanging out with Tia and going live with Tia basically every chance she gets. If she's not up there live with her, she's in the comments. So Toya is going to ride this train until the wheels fall off. Now, moving on to Chamika and Donnie. Okay. Jamaica's fucking miserable. She is miserable AF. She doesn't know what's going to happen, okay, with Donnie. Donnie is gonna have to serve, he's not getting out early. He's gonna have to serve his maximum time. She's stuck in Ohio. Her twins hate it there. Her twins want to go back to Texas. They miss their cousins. They miss everything in Texas. She calls her daddy, and her daddy says, listen, if you want to come home for a visit, I'm here. So she's visiting her daddy. She is a daddy's girl. Okay. She finally confessed to daddy that he was in prison. Dad's like, ugh. Donnie really, really wants her to stay. If she was to move back to Texas, to him, it would devastate him and he would feel like she is giving up on them. So Chamika goes home to visit her daddy, and Donnie calls, and daddy's like, listen, don't you get my daughter mixed up. Um, you know, because Donnie asks her dad for permission to ask Jamaica to marry him. And daddy's like, listen, you better not drag my little girl into no criminal business. You better be able to take care of her financially, emotionally, spiritually, everywhere else. You better take care of my little girl. I'm not even playing with you. And Donnie's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love your daughter. I swear I will take care of her as, to the best of my ability. Okay. So daddy gives the permission. Jamaica is beyond. She is so happy. She is so happy she's getting married. So Jamaica decides to stay in Ohio. That staying in Ohio is the best for her and her kids. I don't get how, but hey. And after 6 months, she still hadn't gotten herself back on his visitation list, even though she wrote the warden like he told her to. Donnie, his official release date is September 2029, but Jamaica says otherwise. So let's get into that in a second. So, one thing that I wanted to get into is how we finally learn Jamaica's backstory on this episode. In the season finale, we learn that she was in a DV relationship. Okay. And I'm going to play a live in a second where she explains about the DV relationship and how young she was. Secondly, we learn about her brother that was still alive. Let me not get into trouble with YouTube. Um, and she had just spoken to her brother about the DV relationship. He told her, "Don't worry, I'm going to come to Texas to help you." And 3 days later, he was no longer with us. Now, these things have deeply affected Jamaica. Why are we finding this out on the fucking season finale? Okay, so anyway, like I said, we learned about her brother. We learned about her DV relationship. Okay, she says here in this picture, "I've had the big rock. I've had the big wedding. I've been the housewife. I didn't have to work the good life. It's deeper than that for me. Have you ever looked like a chipmunk in your wedding photos because a grown man bit you in the face? All because you said you don't want to walk down the aisle the next day? Hold on, let me cook. You never ever spoke up to get away from abuser, and the person you spoke up to gets killed 3 days later. You ever look in the mirror and have to look at scars a man left you on your body, or suffer from headaches from a blow at your temple that left you with the concussion and was an inch away from killing you? I used to be the sweetest girl ever." And then in the final picture, she shows off her engagement ring with Donnie. I want to hug Jamaica. It is horrible. No one should have to go through that. Okay? So she goes on to say, she posted at one point, "I'm single as fuck. Don't ask me about no man, thanks." You posted this, Jamaica, hun. And then she goes on today to post, "Donnie and I is not broken up. I wanted to see what y'all would do or say," laughing my ass off. "Y'all delusional. 1 minute it's you deserve better. Then I say we broke up. It's, oh my God, I was rooting for y'all. Shut the fuck up. I bet you had a field day with that moral of the story. Mind your business." So she was trolling all of us. So moving on, Jamaica has to say, "If you think I wait on my man to be released in 2029, you are smoking substances. I'm I'm crazy, not ugly. I'm the catch clock dad. I wish if I would. I'm already pissed he not getting released next month like he originally supposed to. Y'all don't piss me off cause I'll be single by tomorrow. Just kidding, maybe." So as you can see, Jamaica's like 2029, that's not his release date. That's for TV. So like I was mentioning before, Jamaica went live with one of her followers, and she was talking about her relationship with her daddy and exactly, what happened in this DV relationship. So let me share Jamaica's live with you guys, and here we go.
That's it. He is really smart. He's very smart. I'm busy.
He said, "I'm busy."
God, just good just by time. Yep. At the end of the day, girl, your daddy seems like he don't play. So I already know. I'm trying to tell you, he do not play, baby. Listen, I'm still scared of my daddy, and I'm about to be 35 next month. Terrified. My daddy used to just say, "Hey," I already knew he meant business. "Hey, oh, all right, you got it, you got it." Y'all, listen, I didn't get my virginity taken until I was 18. I didn't have no boyfriend in school, not middle school, high school. I ain't do none of that. I was terrified. That man had that much fear in my heart. I was terrified. So I never got to experience having a boyfriend in high school and sweetheart high school. I ain't never get to do that. And that's why when I ended up getting married, right after I got out of high school, that was my first real relationship. And he was abusive. And that's why I didn't know no better. I ain't never been in a relationship. But I know at the end of the day, my daddy ain't never was putting his hands on my mama, so I knew it wasn't right. And I knew I had to get out of it. I was just so afraid to let my daddy know. I did not want my daddy was going to kill that for it.
So there you go. That is Jamaica describing her relationship with her father and how her father her father being so strict. She didn't have a high school boyfriend. She never had any type of relationship. So when she got married, that was her first serious boyfriend, which makes me want to hug her even more, knowing that it turned out to be such a horrible relationship. And speaking of, who I want to hug, slap, and shake all at the same time? Sam. Okay? He's still arguing with Crystal over him going to work and not visiting her. So she hasn't called. And the loneliness is starting to set in, okay? Because she's punishing him. And she finally calls and she's all stressed out. And she's like, listen, I just need a time for myself. Um, all she can do is wait for her parole hearing. October 7th represented the day that she was officially eligible for parole. But it could be forever before she gets to sit in front of the board. Okay? So all I have to say is, Sam, why are you apologizing for working? Stop apologizing for being a provider. This is why I want to hug, slap, and shake him all at the same time. So he asks her, what's up with you and Brittany? I hear Brittany's been back for a while. And she's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Brittany has been back for a while, but we do not have a relationship. It's nothing like it used to. Don't worry. I love you. Everything will be okay. Marriage means a life and death devotion on both ends. Okay? And Crystal says life is precious and she needs to get out. She needs to get out for Sam. She needs to get out for Rita. We close out the episode. Sam is still working to support himself and Crystal, and there still has not been word about the parole hearing. Savannah and Bradley, it is his release day. And she is so grateful to her pink friend for getting her through lonely nights, but she's not going to need her anymore. She is so excited. She could barely contain herself. Let me tell you something. She is not that type of person that will be late to her own funeral. No, she is going to make sure that she is early to pick up Bradley. She's not fucking around. Bradley is excited, nervous, cannot wait. And when the episode ended, she was getting ready to jump into his arms, and their journey will continue on Love After Lockup, which will premiere after Crime Stories on March 21st. Crime Stories is premiering on February 7th. It's 6 1-hour episodes, and then Love After Lockup will premiere on March 21st. So Bradley's hanging out with his dog, and I want to have the weather that they will be having this week. Just saying. MJ and Willie, like I said, I couldn't get emotionally invested. I mean, her mother has cancer. She wants to go see her mom. Her mom wants her to be with Ami. Ami, 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 Willie. I mean, that was basically her storyline. I don't feel like, okay, her backstory, she had an alcohol problem. She was arrested for a DUI. She even slept with her ex when she was drunk and thought she was pregnant. I just couldn't get emotionally involved. It just felt really rushed and I don't know. But MJ and Willie are still engaged. Okay. Um, a warrant delayed Willie's release, but he will soon move to a halfway house. And MJ has not spoken to Ami. Couldn't get emotionally invested. Moving on, Kate Hunter and Kaylee, which in my opinion, spent way too much time and attention on. It's not exactly like it's a brand new concept. So Kaylee is finding out that Hunter's basically just been using her for money, and she storms away. She's all pissed off. She's crying. Meanwhile, Kate finds out that Hunter, was receiving little these things while Kaylee was visiting him. So she's not happy with Hunter at all. But now this is the kicker. 4 weeks after Kaylee and Hunter broke up, and I will explain the air quotes in a moment, the trailer for the season comes out. And Kaylee's sitting in her car watching the trailer because she was filming, and she realized that she was being played big time. What am I talking about? Well, she continued talking to him. After Hunter did the whole thing of, you're a great person. I love you, but I'm going to go home to an ex. Yeah, after that whole conversation, she kept fucking talking to him. She kept talking to him. She sent him money, well over 8K. And this is the kicker. She had just visited him last Sunday. So not only has he been lying to her this whole time, but he was lying to her face last Sunday. So Kaylee's like, this motherfucker. She starts sending him message after message after message after message. He finally calls her and hangs up because he's chicken shit. She's like, this motherfucker, I cannot believe it. He humiliated me twice. Girl, you should have never talked to him after the first time. You fucking fell for that. Oh, it's drama for the show. Anyway, meanwhile, Kate is serving her revenge poolside, hence the name of the episode. She's hanging out with Enrique, and Hunter is not fucking happy. Kate's like, listen, I'm just late for the party. I'm just showing up to the party. We're in an open, non monogamous relationship, aren't we? You were receiving these things while you were getting visits that you were not supposed to have. Didn't we have an agreement that he wasn't supposed to get visits from the writer prisoner chicks? But yeah, he did. So I guess I'm late for the party, and I'm just here to join the party. And Enrique might be joining the party with me. He's like, don't do anything stupid. Are you planning on hooking up with him? And she's like, I don't know. And he hangs up on her. So she's like, yeah, he's pissed off, but he'll get over it. So even the way we ended these two was so anticlimactic. They live 10 miles apart. Why couldn't there have been a confrontation between the two of them? Megan Michael Sarah style, Lacey Chawn Chain style. I mean, why couldn't we have a confrontation of some point at some point between these two? Why couldn't we have a sit down? No, Hunter's my man. No, Hunter's my man. It was just so anticlimactic in my opinion. So just my opinion. So Kate and Hunter are still together, and he still has these pen pals, and Kate's attitude's like, if they're stupid enough to talk to you, then it's on them. And I'm like, girl, that is not a good look. And Kaylee is burying some stuff that she doesn't need anymore, including her ring, and her adult toy that she bought. So we end the episode with Kaylee walking away in the desert. Now, like I said, Kate served Revenge Poolside with Enrique, and production is really fucking messy. So why couldn't they be messy and do a confrontation between Kate and Kaylee? Just fucking saying. So we have Kate with a mirror selfie and Kaylee working out hard in the gym. So that was the season finale for Love During Lockup. Like I said, Crime Stories will begin this Friday, February 7th, and the first episode is Lindsay and Garrett. So watch out for my recaps with special guests. Thank you so much for watching me, guys. And one more thing, please subscribe if you don't already. And one more thing, double check that you're subscribed because YouTube likes to play games and unsubscribe people. And one more thing, please like, comment, and share. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye, everyone.